Alright guys, Iceman Third ID, welcome back to the channel. What are we playing here? What is this cartoony mess? What is this, what is going on here? It looks like we got folks in uniforms, they're color-coded, we got a chef walking by, there's a policeman, you got a dude with tattoos on his face. What's going on? This is a game called Prison Architect. It's one of my favorite games. I've owned this since it came out on PC. Like the second month it was out on PC, I've owned it, and this is one of my favorite games to play. And it has got a little bit of a steep learning curve getting into it. And so let's play it. It's fun. Let's play it. Press start button here, and we're gonna start a new prison. I'll show you. One of the prisons I've been working on, and then we'll go ahead and start a new prison. And that way, you can kind of see where I'm going with things, you know. Continue game. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll say that one. Alright, so this is Prison Architect. This is the prison that I've been working on. This is a fully functioning prison. It's fairly large scale. You've got things that you need to run a prison. You've got kitchen, where you've got kitchen workers running around in the kitchen. Look at that. Inmates. These are all inmates working around in the kitchen. Then you've got the actual kitchen staff, wherever they are. I have no. Oh, there's one right there. There he is. See him carrying a pot. And they're getting ready to feed chow. You've got a chow hall. You got some inmates chilling in the chow hall. That's good. You've got a workshop. This is a fairly in-depth game. It's got about 60 different systems running all in the background. You've got contraband systems. You've got needs and wants systems. You've got a disciplinary system. You have got like this guy right here. He's protective custody. Look at him. I had to place him in protective custody because he's a snitch, I believe. Let's check. Let's check what he is. A reputation. He's ex-law enforcement. So if you're going to be in prison, you probably don't want to be ex-law enforcement. You're probably going to need to go to PC. So what I've done is I've labeled him as PC, and then this over here is my PC unit. It's all the way across the road, and then that way it keeps him safe. And that's just an example of one of the smaller systems running in the background. And this is what a fully functioning prison looks like. Look, you got some people taking showers over here. That's where the blue is at. You've got your power systems, and your power systems. Let me see here. Prison running. We'll go to. Let's see here. Nope. We want to go to construction. We'll go to power supply. Now, you see here, I've got different power generators running different parts of my prison. And so you've got to do the power. You have to do the water supply. See the water supply there is as the water comes out of these water pipes and goes down the line. It supplies all the toilets, all the showers, all of the sinks, everything. So you have to run water, you have to run power. You've got surveillance systems that you need to run. Let's see, you've got automatic doors, wiring, so there you go. This is there's the shift office. So this is where all the guards come to hang out, and this is where all my doors and cameras are run from. You got the dog kennel right here, and then you've got the armory, was where we keep all the weapons and guns and stuff. Typically in a real prison, they would usually put that outside the gate. But since you've got to go through the break room, the shift office, the dog kennel, just to get to the armory, I'm pretty sure it's safe back here. I mean, you've got to go through like 3 other levels of security just to get back here into the armory. I mean, something crazy serious would have had to have happened in order for any inmates to get back here. So you've got yard time, you've got seg time, If you're bad, you go to segregation. I usually keep doctors in here, but that's a whole nother thing. I just wanted to show you what a real running prison looks like before we start, because it's going to be a while before we get a prison of this size. It takes time and it takes planning in order to make a prison of this size. And as you can see, I've got more area over here where I haven't built anything, and I think I'm gonna save that for see how I've got this all broken down is I'll show you by security sector here. We'll go over to security sectors. This is minimum security. We've got our medium security, and we have our PCs, and I think this is going to be either maximum security or it is going to be super max, and then death row I think I'll put right about over here, and then we can start executing inmates and giving them their end of sentence dates per whatever state this facility lies in. So there you go. Wow, that was really glitchy. Okay, so what are we gonna do here? We're going to start a new prison. All right, so I'm gonna push start, exit game, exit prison, exit without saving, yes. And we're gonna start from scratch. We're gonna go new game. We're gonna do a new slot, of course. Okay, select a new slot. We are going to go with start with an empty slot, plot of land, design and build your own entire prison from scratch, or you can go prison warden, choose from several pre-built prisons, and take immediate control. You will still be able to add new buildings and facilities and make it your own. We're going to start from scratch because that's more fun to me to start from scratch. That's what we're going to do. All right. You can choose a warden, and each one of these wardens has its own ups and downs, its own pluses and minuses. I always just go with the warden, just regular warden. Difficulty, we're gonna put it on. See, county gives you the largest amount of starting funds, and prison size. You know, your starting land size would be large. Your federal difficulty would be medium. Prison size, starting funds. You can always up your prison size, right? You just buy more land, and you can always make more more funds. So I think I'm gonna go to super max, and intake payments be normal. Fog of war is on. Generate forest is on. Generate lakes is off. I like that. That's fine. Generate buildings is off. I'll turn that off. And this then sends it to a custom, because we've changed something, but that's fine. Failure conditions are on, of course. We're gonna turn gangs on, because why not? I mean, prisons have gangs. My prison, I guess, is no different. So that's what we're gonna do. And this is about as hard as you can set a prison right here on the console version of the game. So that's what we're gonna do. So begin game. All right, what do we have here? We have nothing. We've got a bunch of trees. So the first thing we want to do is make some money, because right up here we got $50,035. We've got some building materials. We've got some people. We've got $840 coming in on a daily basis. And it's day one. It's 8:23 in the morning. We've got 8 people working for us, and we need to get started building this prison. So we've got 2 places right here. We've got a place for deliveries, and we've got a place for garbage, right? So this is where all the deliveries come to, and our workers and the driver will help unload all the deliveries. And these, you know, you get a little bit of starting material here to start building your prison. And then your workers will also load up garbage once they have some garbage. But there is another area that we need, and that is exports. Exports is how we make money on things coming out of our prison. So what you want to do is go to rooms, then we find the exports. Okay, exports. Now all we have to do is draw a export area right here. draw an export area. Now if it's not exactly perfect, you can always go over it, erase it, change it, whatever you want to do. So there you go. Now we've got an export area, and that's where all of our exports will go. So that's going to be important when we start to remove trees. We're going to dismantle these trees and make a little bit extra money, because money is a big thing in prisons. Of course, any government organization runs on what? It runs on money. It doesn't run on hopes and dreams. So we're going to tell our workers to cut down some of these trees, and they're going to put those logs in the export, and then when the trucks come, they're going to load up the logs, and when they leave the map, they will sell the logs, and then we will gain money, which is what we need. Prison is all about money. So we need more money. Now, another way to make money is you can go to reports, go to grants. They will give you grant money to do things, right? Things you're going to do anyway, right? Like unlock more basic detention center. So what basic detention center is going to do is give you a $20,000 advance payment to fulfill the following objectives to complete this grant. You need to build a holding cell, build a shower, build a yard, build a kitchen, build a canteen, hire at least 2 guards, and hire at least 2 cooks. And when we do that, it'll give us $10,000 as a completion bonus. So we're going to go ahead and accept that grant, because that's something that we need to do anyway. So why not? Why wouldn't we want to? So there we go. We have accepted the grant, and $20,000 has gone into our bank account. That gives us $70,000, and we still have $840 a day coming in, so that's good. And then we are going to need an administration center, right? So, whoops. We're going to go to our grants again. Go over here to administration center, and that's going to be $5,000 up front, and another, I'm guessing $5,000 completion bonus. It is. And we're going to need to build 2 offices, hire a warden, unlock finance through bureaucracy, and hire an accountant. And so I think that we'll start doing all that hiring in the next episode. And hey, let's have some fun playing Prison Architect. Well, you know what, I might make these 45-minute episodes, because Prison Architect is kind of a time-consuming game. It's a big time waster, so we might do 45-minute episodes. So what I'll do is I'll probably save 3 15-minute clips, edit them together, make it one episode, and then we'll do it that way. Okay, so right here, they're taking the garbage out, and then he's going to pull the truck up, right? And then they're going to start putting these logs on the truck. Okay. Well, Alright. There you go. Okay. Now he's going to drive the truck down here. And this is how we're going to make a lot of money right here. Watch this. Boom. $600. Exports. Export profit. Pure profit. $600. Now, one of the things we can do, this is called Prison Architect. So one of the things that we can do is we're just going to go to dismantle objects, and then it'll automatically just dismantle it. Wait a minute, how do I do this? Wait a minute. Dismantle object. There we go. So those 3 are set to be dismantled, I think. Yeah. What happens when they dismantle them? Let's see. Do they turn into logs? I hope they do. No, they turn into trash. So we gotta remove. Oh, I have it set to dump, that's why. So we want it to dismantle. Yes. Dismantle. Okay, anyway. One of the things you can do, since this is a Prison Architect game, is that you can plan, and proper planning prevents what? PPP. So we don't want any of that. We don't want any bad performance. So what we need to do is plan a little bit. First thing is first, security is key to running a prison. Money and security are key to running a prison. So Without security, you don't have any money, so security trumps the whole money thing for right now. First things first, we don't want any contraband coming into our prison, and we don't want any inmates leaving our prison. So what we want to do is go to planning right here, and we're going to put a fence all the way around our prison. Right? So we go to walls, go up here, and what I usually like to do is I will put a border all the way around, and I will make sure that it is, well, I usually like to leave about 5 spaces out front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clean spaces out front, and you want to make sure that you have got 10 spaces in between. This is going to be a fence. You want 10 spaces. See that? 10 spaces. 10 spaces in between. What that's going to do, what that is going to do is help you, whoops, no, is help you keep contraband out of your prison. Right? What that does is people can throw contraband over the fence in this game. Okay? Cell phones, drugs, weapons, whatever inmates want to get their little hands on, they can throw them over the fence. But they can only throw them so far over the fence, which is good, because if you leave a 10 meter space in between the two fences, that means that they can't throw them more than 10 spaces. So that means that they're not going to be able to get their little grubby hands on whatever contraband that they want to get their hands on. So that's good. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing here. Alright, so if you want 10 spaces in between, you want a 12 meter square, and that'll give you a 1 meter fence, a 1 meter fence, and then a 10 meter square in between. And once we get this all done, then we can move on to bigger and better things. We're still making money. Look at that. Look at that money just piling in here so far. Off the trees. We could probably tell them to cut some more trees down here. Alright, we'll go to, oops. Let's see, construction, objects. There we go. Go to dismantle objects. Bam. Bam. Do, 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 do. What are they must have updated this a little bit, because it used to work a little bit better than that. Alright, so we still got some logs in the export area that they haven't brought over there yet. Yeah, they're cutting them down now. See, they got their little axes right there, and they're cutting down the trees. Ah, that's nice. Alright. Back to planning. And walls. Let's see, is this 10 squares? Or is this, is it? Yep, it's 10 squares. Okay, good. Alright. Here. We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares in between. It's gonna draw that. And we almost have the plan for the fence done. And the reason why I like to plan all the stuff out before I build it is because building costs money, planning doesn't, right? So if you build something and you decide, well, I don't like it there, well, you just waste all that money. And I don't like wasting money. So now look, we've got a buffer zone, a nice buffer zone around where our prison is going to be. And this is a buffer zone where inmates are going to have 2 fences to get out of if they want to escape, or they are going to have to they're going to have to get out there somehow to go get whatever contraband's coming over. Now, there's other ways to get contraband in your prison, but we're going to address those later. That's always just the first thing that I do, is build this buffer zone. And because it helps immensely with keeping contraband out of your prison. Right. So now we want to plan an entranceway into this buffer zone, right, for staff. So staff can get in and out of this buffer zone, and so that we can bring inmates in and out of our prison, because this buffer zone is now completely locked in. It's completely locked in. So what we want to do is go between the garage, or the garbage, and the deliveries, and we're going to plan a pathway in between those two things. So you've got about a 3 square path in between here, and it's going to go right in here, right through there, and that's going to be our main entrance to the prison. That's our main entrance to the prison. We're going to put up another wall here, another wall here, and objects, whoops, you hear my guys whistling there? Our objects are going to go here, 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 and here. These are going to be doors in and out of the prison, and we're going to put a wall. Should we do it there? Yeah. We'll put a wall right there. Yep. We'll leave a 2-space buffer zone right there between the sidewalk and the wall. Just like that, and that gives us like a little airlock system right here, where we can put security in here, we can put some other pathways through here, and we can put some metal detectors in here. And this is a nice little security zone where people that come in and out are going to get sniffed by dogs, they're going to get patted down, they're going to have to go through a metal detector. This is going to be the highest security zone of the entire prison right here, and then that way the people coming in and out, this is like a permeable membrane of your prison right here, and that should be the only way in and out, and you should know everything going in and out of there. So that's what that's going to be. That's going to be the main entrance to our prison. So let's get them started building that while we have a chance here. So what we want to do is we go to walls and doors, we go to fence for fences, and we want to start putting in these fences. Actually, this front part, I think I'm going to actually make a structure. We're going to go ahead and brick that in. Now we'll concrete it in. I like concrete structures. We're going to make that a concrete structure. I don't usually do that with this front part, but I'm going to do it this time. I don't know. We're going to put in the fences, and as you'll see, as we fill this in with things, right, as the guys build over these plans, the plans will disappear because your plan has been completed, right? So now we're actually spending some real money here. The fences aren't too expensive, but once you get to like the most secure like outer prison wall, which is something I don't do until I got plenty of money and some rowdy convicts, then I'll use that, but that gets very expensive very quickly. But if you have a problem with inmates trying to tunnel out of your prison, a prison wall is really the way to go, because it makes it really hard for them to tunnel through, because the prison walls are have a deep foundation, right? And so they gotta not only dig underground, but they can't dig under the wall. They have to actually break through the wall, and that is going to present them some problems. So now, walls and doors, we want to put some nice heavy jail doors in front, right here, so that they can get in and out of our security zone there. And then it's just a matter of watching them complete the work that we got going on here. And that is the beginning of day 2. Cool. Awesome. We got $74,000 still, and we are taking in $3,745 every day because of all the trees that we're chopping down. So that's awesome. Alright, what else do we got going on here? We got, alright, so that needs power, right? So what we want to do is we want to, what are all of our dudes doing here? They're out here building stuff. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's got a screwdriver. He's going to town. He's a workman. He's constructing a fence. You got this guy, maybe girl. He's got a hammer. Yeah, I think that's a girl. I'm not sure. The workman's got long hair. It says workman. Well, it should really say like work person. Alright. Anyway, that building needs power. So what we need to start thinking about is putting in power and water. And where we want that power and water to come from, because it matters. You cannot cross, like say you've got 2 power generators. You cannot cross the electrical currents of both power generators, or else they will shut down. And that's bad when you have 100 inmates trying to get to chow and none of the doors will open because you've got a power generator problem, right? So what you want to do is say, okay, this all up here is going to be admin space. That'll be administration space for offices and whatnot. This up here is going to be probably inmate space. This will be inmate space. This will be maybe, I don't know, who knows? Maybe that'll be classrooms and such or whatever, however we do it. But what we don't want to do is put it where our admin buildings are going to be. So we want to find a clear spot to put it. So we're going to put it like right up here. And what I usually do, I'll go over here to power supply. And I want to leave, you know, let's go over to planning and I'll show you how I do it. The power supply itself is 3 by 3, right? So we want to go to objects, and the power supply itself is 3 by 3, right? So that is going to be that big. Then we want to put capacitors. We want to leave room to put capacitors all the way around it. So that's going to be another 5 by 5 square. Now your water you want also to be 5 by 5, even though it's 3 by 3, because you want to put drains all the way around it. The reason is if it springs a leak, you want the water to go down the drain and not into your electrical system, because water and electricity do not get along. So now what we want to do is go over here to power supply. You want to grab a power station and plop it down right there. Right? Then we go over to water supply, put a water pump right next to the power station, and put it right there. And there you go. There's our first power and water. Now your power supply, you're probably going to want at least 3 capacitors starting off. So you want to put your capacitors 1, 2, 3, but it's not going to let you put it there until your power supply is there, oddly enough. So, but on your water supply, you can still put drains around your water supply. So we go to objects, go to drains, and this is all in alphabetical order, so it's easy to find. So we'll put drains all around this water supply, right? And our workmen are going to have to go get that stuff. Now how we get our supplies is they come in through truck, right? So now all this stuff that I'm ordering is coming in off this truck, and they will be delivered to our deliveries portion of our map. Now something we can do to mark off our deliveries portion, which is something I like to do, is put down like gravel, right? So our deliveries, okay, little portion of our prison, we're gonna mark like so, like that, and that's gonna mark off where our deliveries come and go, right? And I think our deliveries are overlapping. Yeah, it's overlapping our walkway into the front. So what we're gonna want to do is trim that off a little bit. So we go to rooms, and if you want to clear rooms, you just hold down square. So we're just gonna clear off this little bit right here, and that's gonna clear everything off of our walking area. Clear rooms, bam. So now our deliveries has moved over a little bit, and I think that we are going to want to put our floors in a different, we're going to want to extend our floors out a little bit right here with our gravel to about right there with our deliveries. And then our garbage and exports. Our garbage, I will color code that concrete now. We'll do that paving stone. We'll do that with paving stone. Just as like a aesthetically, just to make it aesthetically different. And then our exports will make stone. Bam. Just like that. And then that way we can easily tell, you know, which one is which. And since we only have 8 workmen, they're all busy. So what I like to do is go to hire. Let me get a sip of coffee here. I like to hire more workmen. At least like 20 workmen to take care of this. So what we do is we go to prison running. We go to staff, hire staff, and we go to workmen. And all we got to do is it's going to give us a little workman to place down, and bam, press X, and we start hiring workmen. And you see they start getting to work right away. And that way we get a lot more stuff done a lot faster. And bam, I got 20 workmen, and they're all going to town, getting stuff done. Just like that. But now we got to speed up the pace of construction so that we can keep them busy at all times. All right. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon on day 2. We still don't have any inmates. This is why it's called prison architect, because you're first and foremost building a prison. Now these doors right here will stay open as long as you don't have any inmates. If you don't have any inmates, these doors are going to stay open, and people are going to be able to walk in and out, and there's going to be nice, easy traffic flow. But we're going to want to put some doors. We need some access doors into our buffer zone. So I'm going to put some access doors right here. Walls and doors. And we're going to make these staff doors. Now, staff doors are different in the fact that it doesn't take an officer to open these doors. Anybody that is hired prison staff has a key to these doors. So inmates still can't go through the doors, but let's say the warden wants to go out there. He's got a key. He can just open it up and go on out there. Any of these workmen have a key to it that can just go on out there. It's like an access door. Inmates still won't be able to go through. Visitors still won't be able to go through without somebody else opening it for them, but everybody else can, which is important because we want our workers to be able to go out there later on so that when we start building out here, they aren't going to have a tough time getting out there because we'll have inmates in here. So we want to put down some more flooring right here. Let me see here. We'll go concrete tiles up front. Good. Okay. And in our security sector, I think we'll do metal flooring because it looks very security-ish, right? Looks very high security. It might not be very high security, but it looks that way, so that's important. Right, so we've got our buffer zone almost completed. We've got our doors in, so now they're bringing this stuff up here, finally. Although I think they got a little confused here because they put the drains on the inside of the prison. They're gonna have to take them all the way back around, and that's something that is weird about this game is the pathing. Sometimes the pathing can be a little broken in this game sometimes, but that's just the way it is. Now once we get this generator in here, we're gonna have to run the power lines over to this room right here that needs power, and I'll show you how to do that here in a second. And we can even speed up power if we want to. All you gotta do is hold triangle and then speed it up like that, and it speeds everything up. Look at that. Look at that. They're just building stuff, and now we can even slow it down and stop it. We can pause it, and it pauses everything. Let's go back to normal speed here. Now we've got 20 people just standing around. Look at these guys. I'm paying them for nothing. Let's go ahead and start dismantling some more trees. Yes, 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 Yes. 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 And get these guys making some money for us and getting these trees out of our way. That way. Money is, yeah, as you can see, when we start building these structures, money is going to be an issue. Which is always the case in this game. Money is always an issue in this game. You never have enough, which is good. That keeps the game interesting. And it's never one of the things this game does well is it balances the difficulty by never giving you really a moment's rest to just sit back and say, okay, well, my game is running itself right now. You know, everybody's happy and nobody's doing anything wrong. All right, so now we got this in here. We can run power to the water supply. Oh, we need our capacitors. That's right. 1, 2, 3. See, let her put our capacitors in there. Oops. And then we want to run our electrical cable. I usually like to put like one electrical cable there. And now this is, I wish that this was in the game. That now I'm about to run an electrical cable down here to this fence. I wish it would electrify this fence. I think that'd be funny. But it doesn't. It does not electrify the fence, and they do not have electric fences in the game. But I generally like to keep the electrical lines in walls or fences. And we'll run it down here. Then we'll run it all the way around this building. Right here. And this is going to be our main power for the admin part of the facility. And we're going to watch them do that, and I'll be back with another episode later. Anyway, if you like this, like, favorite, subscribe, leave me a comment in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next episode.